Okay, this is the second video for my Tech Ed 1 students over the tutorials that we did earlier in the semester. This is actually going to be a drawing for tutorial number 2, which was the back end, or the second piece that was going to be part of our assembly. The finished product looks like what you see on the screen right here. What we're going to do now is we're going to actually put this in the drawing, and this is what you're going to submit in to Schoology so your teacher can grade this. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a file new. Again, we drew this to metric, so we will create this or put this drawing on a GHSA metric and say OK. Now, again, I have open documents. I actually have the assembly already done and ready, waiting for another drawing. I'll do that in a moment on another video. In the meantime, I'm going to put tutor number 2 is already showing open, so I'm going to double click it, which will then bring me into the modification in the property manager to the left. Now, again, same as we've done with the previous 4 drawings that you submitted last week. We're going to start with our front view here, have our preview checked on so I can see what the part looks like on the screen. Make sure my hidden lines are visible, which is box number 2. And we'll keep, in this case, our scale at 1 to 2. Now all I'm going to do here is drop my box into the left-hand corner for my front view, pull up to get my top view, pull to my right to get the right side view, and then up and to the right to get the isometric. I'm going to hit escape to turn the tool off, and then I'm going to make some fine adjustments here. First one I notice right off the bat again is my metric somehow shifted on me. So I'm going to left click and drag this to the corner, and then I'm going to take and left click and drag across this box and hit delete. I'm now going to come over here to the word metric, left click so it turns blue, and then over here to the left where it says border, none, drop this down to box. Hit your green check mark. Now from here I'm going to go up and turn on my color onto this view here by going over and clicking inside this blue box and then adding either the black lines or this lines here. It does not matter to me which way you go. If you want to keep those on, it's your call on what you want it to look like. I'm also going to get rid of all these little extra black lines that are in here. Okay, so I'm going to left click on each one to turn them blue and hit my delete key and delete key. Okay, in this case here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these ones too. I don't really need them right now. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to go ahead and Control Z that, put those back in. What we'll do now is we'll actually add in some of our center marks. So I'm actually turning on my center mark tool up here under annotation, center mark tool. We're going to go in here and take the use document defaults and uncheck it. Uncheck extended lines, and then what I want you to do is just click on all 4 of these rounded corners. And what that's going to do is just put a little center mark indicating where the center of this arc is. Okay, so now I have the base features in here. Okay, so again, I'm going to turn on my Smart Dimension tool. We're going to add some key dimensions. In this case, I'm going to go to here and add this dimension here. I'm going to go ahead at this point and add in this little dimension here of 2. And then I'm going to go ahead at this point also, and that's 2. And then I'll add in, just thinking what I want to do here. I guess I can go from here to here. That may not be the best way to do that. That one's a little tool crowd. So I'm going to delete that one off. What I'll do instead is I'm going to put that other 2 down here, like so I can get them kind of to the same look. Pull this 120 out a little bit more. So what that's showing is that this 2, and then we'll go ahead and get this from this side here, like so. I'm going to add TYPs to both of these. What that is going to tell me is that this 2 millimeters is the same all the way around. So I'm going to put that over here beyond the DIM and type in TYP in all capital letters. And I'm going to repeat that down below. Okay, so I'm going to go down here to this one here and do the same thing, that this will be TYP all the way around. And push my 120 out there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add in my radius there. I guess I can go this way with this one here and flip my arrowhead to the inside. Maybe, if it cooperates with me. There we go. Okay. So radius 6 on the inside. All right, 120, let me see. Then I got to go here. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and do 2 measurements here. I'm going to do from here to here, making that 20. I'll flip the arrowheads inside by clicking on the little dot. And then from the very back to the very front here to indicate its overall depth. All right, and then that's pretty much about it. Okay. You could do the shell here. I guess I could probably make this happen. I'll just go from here to here. I'm going to add this little note. That's a diameter 4 shell. And so what I'm going to do is in my dimension text box to the left, type in the word shell so that we know that when we put in this, it's going to be a shelled out inside, and that's going to be at 4 millimeters. And then we did a cut back of 2 on top. At this point, really, that's all the dimensions I need to add, all the material I need to add on there. So the last thing I'm going to do is go to my annotation and drop a note underneath this. We're simply going to change the font size to 12, bold, underlined, centered, caps lock on, tutorial number 2, space dash space, isometric view. Click outside of it and hit escape. Now, in this case, I'm a little close. I'm going to pull these a little bit more to my left, pull this down, so I can kind of get a little space in there. Give me enough for that title so I don't feel like this is too crowded on the paper. Okay, and I'll pull this one down a little bit. So that looks pretty good from my perspective. That looks like a nice clean drawing. Okay, now from here, I'm going to go ahead and change the title of SOLIDWORKS Drawing by double-clicking and typing in tutorial number 2. Left-click and drag it a little bit closer to the word title. Double-click the GHS student, type in my first initial and my last name, left-click. Again, if you want to drag and pull, you can. Today's date, you put the correct date in there. This is when I created it. And then period 3A, or whatever class you're in, 4A, and scale will be 1 to 2. At this point, you're going to do a file save as. Say yes, update before you leave. I'm going to put again this on my desktop because I already saved it multiple times. I'm going to go ahead and save it to Tutor 2 and hit save. You're then going to take that file. You are going to attach it to the assignment here and upload it into Schoology so your teacher can grade it. Okay, at this point, use this video to your advantage. Hopefully by now you're starting to see there's a continuous pattern here. So this should be getting easier and easier. Again, if you have any questions, ask your teacher. Otherwise, good luck.